Do, 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 do. Meow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Relaxed Retro Talk podcast. Today, we're going back to the Growing Up With series, but with a twist. Today, we're going to be talking about all the platformers we grew up playing throughout the years. And we're going to go kind of like console era by console era instead of us going all the way up and then the next guy going all the way up.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through it all that way.
There's a wide variety. And we were also discussing what defines a platformer. So we might get a little wibbly wobbly with that as well.
Who knows?
Just
who knows what a platformer even is. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the platformers we played growing up. If you enjoy retro gaming podcasts, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next episodes. We try to do one of these a month. You can also check it out on Spotify. If you're on Spotify, check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@relaxedretrotalk. Now let's swing on in with Super Mario Bros.
Yeah,
Because that's the first one we've all played.
I said to these guys, like, there's no point in saying anything about platformers until we literally we're gonna rip the Super Mario bandage off because it's everybody had. If you had an NES, you likely had
Definitely
Super
had
Mario
these,
Bros.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Super Mario Duck Hunt combo. If you were a little bit later, if you were super early on, it was the original Super Mario Bros. That's what people got the NES for.
Yeah.
Right?
Super Mario.
That was it. And honestly, like, I think back, like, my earliest experiences with a gaming console are playing Super Mario Bros. See, I still, like, I'm thinking way back. I'm going way back to, like, being a kid where it's Mario.
We called it Mario. Yeah.
Mario, right? Anyway, yeah, Super Mario 1, and we're gonna kind of
if we have the same game.
If there's a lot of
if
there's sequels
about our favorite,
they're all part of the kit. So yeah, I mean, Fates, why don't you kick us off? What are your Mario experiences in the old days?
Got 1, 2, and 3. My childhood earliest memories of gaming is Dragon Warrior 2,
right?
And then Super Mario Brothers 3.
Right behind it.
Right there. Boom.
Oh, you played 3 before Super Mario Brothers 1?
Probably. That's just my earliest memories.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Because, I was kind of young at that point, right?
Yeah. I know. I remember. So my first game ever was Double Dragon 2. That's definitely not a platformer. You can tell because they put platforming in it, and it's fucking awful.
It's horrible.
But my mom, and the reason I played that first is because when my mom bought the NES, she did the mom thing where, like, they don't know it came with a game, but it did. So she's like, oh, I better buy a game for it, and bought Double Dragon 2 because the box art's so cool. And so we actually played Double Dragon 2, and then we played Super Mario Brothers after, and it had the Duck Hunt one. Do you know anyone that has just Super Mario Brothers?
I've seen it a couple times
in the wild,
but it's incredibly rare, right?
Yeah.
Like the vast majority of people, I believe, had the combo cart because it came with the system, right?
Yeah.
In order to have the original Super Mario Bros. Not combined with Duck Hunt, you would have been an early adopter of the NES. Which it was difficult because it was already scarce to get them, right? Like, it was the hot toy, right? And so you were one of the rich kids, or you were incredibly lucky if you actually had an NES back at, like, launch
at that time. Yeah.
Right. The majority of people that I knew, and I mean, we got ours way after, right?
Same.
I'm talking like 91-ish. We would have got our NES. And so we only ever owned Super Mario Bros. 1, which we played a ton of, right? But I always wanted Mario 2 and Mario 3. Mario 2, I had played at my buddy Travis. He had all the cool games. He had Mario 1, 2, 3. He had Double Dragon 3, which was the coolest game that I knew.
Dude, Double Dragon 3
it is the coolest game.
It's such a cool game, though, right? Like the intro and everything.
Yeah. Cool.
He had Contra. He had all the great NES games. He had them all. And I would go. He lived just down the street from me, so I'd bike over to his house. We'd play Mario 2. Mario 2 is a single player game for the most part. When you're playing 2-player, you just trade back and
Take
forth.
turns,
right?
yeah.
And so that was my experience with 2. And then with 3, I really didn't play properly until way later. My most vivid memory of playing that game, a friend of mine got it for his birthday, and we all watched him play it.
Oh. That happened.
But it was fun. It was still great. But yeah, no, I didn't play it. I got to watch him play it. So
he invited you over specifically for you to watch.
Yeah, he needed to make sure. I had when we get to the Genesis, I'll talk about Ryland.
Okay.
and how that happened.
Okay.
Did you guys ever see the Mario Brothers 1 cartridge that has 3 games in it?
No. Oh, what's the other game? Track and Field?
Track and Field, yeah. It's got...
Yeah.
I've
never seen it in real life.
Yeah, I haven't seen the cartridge.
I have one. It's back there somewhere.
Do you?
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you have the pad?
I'll go grab it. No, I don't have the
track.
pad.
Do you have the Track and Field pad? Yeah,
No,
you just one guy slaps, the other guy runs. You just blast through all the hurdles. You don't have to jump. You still win.
You don't. Nobody runs on the pad. You just get on there and you just.
We used to do it so I would run and my friend would slap the pads behind me. So it's even like more fucking crazy.
Hilarious.
Yeah. That game was fun. And then we'd have to like coordinate for like the triple jump and stuff. I'd like run and then I jump off the pad, land back on. so it's like a long jump.
It's man, I remember playing with that freaking pad and the game was not fun. But it sure looked fun.
We had fun with it. It's one of those games like if you
make
have
your
a
own
friend
fun
with you can have fun with it.
Yeah, you make your own fun with it.
Yeah.
The game itself, not so fun, but you make your own fun with it.
Yeah. There were a lot of games like that back then. Mario 2 and 3, I actually didn't own them. My auntie and cousins had them. So I would go over there and we would play Mario 2 and 3. And I had to play with my cousin, right? Like it was always like 2-player. For Mario 2, she knew like all the secrets and stuff. So I've never beaten Mario 2, but I've gotten like super far. I've seen her beat it.
Yeah.
And then with Mario 3, I can do good until the pipes level. Okay. And then she has to beat everything from then on, pretty much.
I know all about that.
When we played Super Mario World and you just had to beat everything.
It's like, don't worry, Duke, I got this. Why don't you just hit start, select, and then I'll go.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Mario 3 was great because of all the hidden stuff that was in there, right? The warp whistles and, getting behind the curtain at the end of the stage and stuff like that. Like, there was a lot of really cool things. And, like, I appreciated that the most because those were like schoolyard things you'd find out, right?
Yeah.
You go to school and like someone would be like, hey, did you know that if you duck on the white blocks in the stage, you go behind them?
You get in the background.
What? Right? So
I got a money boat, and then your friends just never believed you.
Yeah, like when I found out like Nintendo Power that you can encounter War Mech at the beginning of the game if you go on that one corner. So those who don't know, this is like an ongoing joke, and I actually truly believed. Truly believed that you could encounter War Mech at the beginning of the game. Didn't I send you a fucking screenshot of the Nintendo Power magazine that I saw it in there and I found it and I sent you a screenshot and it was I think it was an April Fool.
I was gonna say, was it an April?
I think everything was just so fabricated up in your mind. I think you pretended that you sent it to me.
I found it, but then I didn't realize. Like I think it's an April Fool's issue of Nintendo Power, and
it's a.
Yeah,
DG, it was an inside joke because I was playing Final Fantasy 1 and he comes up into the stream and be like, "Oh, there's this War Mech here," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go try it," and of course I couldn't get it to go.
I kept saying I read it in Nintendo Power magazine.
I kept reading it.
We would, like just make up bullshit later on and just say we read it in a Nintendo Power magazine.
And then I was politely trying to be like, I don't know, Dukey, I'm not finding it. And then Dukey just would not believe me. He just kept pushing it.
I don't know, man. That doesn't sound right. He's like, no, dude. Nintendo Power would never lie to me.
This is basically that, yeah.
It would never do me dirty.
Nintendo Power would never breach my trust ever. The sanctity of gaming knowledge.
Fuck, I want to find that and send it again. But yeah, what would be your guys' next platformer on the NES?
Okay, my next one was Mega Man 2.
Okay.
And I'm lumping in Mega Man 3 here. I know you guys played a lot more Mega Man than me, but Mega Man 2 and 3 were my first experiences with Mega Man. I did see the original Mega Man played at one of my little brother's friend's place, and it was hard as hell. And I was like, this game sucks. Like, why do you want to play this game, right? But it wasn't until way later. I remember, like, I had Mega Man 2, and then Duke, you had come up, I think, when we were recording the Dragon Warrior video.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, like, what do you mean you can't beat Mega Man 2? And I was like, I've never been able to beat it before. And we sat down and you were like, no, do this, then this, then this, then this.
Yeah. If you know the Robot Master Order, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. And then it was that was the visit that I actually got all the way through Wily. Right. And if you watch, there's going to be some of the video, if we ever are able to pull it up, some of the like the cut footage when we're like just talking about how to make the stuff. I'm playing it in the background.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Trying to get it down. And man, what a great game though.
It's
right?
so good.
The replayability, and it still holds up too, right? Like I can go back to that now and it's still a fun game.
2 is probably my third or second favorite in the series still to this day. Yeah.
On out of the NES ones or total?
Total.
What about on the NES?
On the NES, it would be second favorite.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. So I played Mega Man 1. I remember renting it all the time, and I liked it, but it was fucking hard. Like I would just play because I watched the animated series. I have the box set and everything now, but I watched the animated series and like
robots, Mega Man.
Super fighting robots, Mega Man. But we. Because Cutman and Gutsman were in like every episode.
Yeah, they were the Toka and Razor or
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady. Token bad guys. They were the token bad guys.
Yeah, just the token henchman type dudes, right? And so I would always play Cutman and Gutsman's levels, but I couldn't really get anywhere in them. And then when I finally rented Mega Man 2, and I was like, oh, this one's way better. And it is. It's way better. It's way better. The level design's way better. It's way more balanced. Yeah. They add 2 more Robot Masters to the mix, and it's just so much better.
There's nothing about Mega Man 2 that I don't like, right? Like I really they really nailed the formula.
Part where you have to
the Flashman stage?
Not the Crashman, but the part where you have to use Crashman's weapon in the Wily stages, because if you ran out of Crashman power, you literally can't beat that level, and you have to fucking like restart.
Oh, that room,
farm weapon power. That's the only fuck up they made in that whole game.
Yeah, and if you use it like at that first one right away, you're not going to have enough for the end. Yeah, I can't remember that one.
Yeah, if you use it at all, and then even in that room, like, you can only take so many hits, and you're like panicked because every time you get shot basically every like 5 or 6 seconds, and you have to find like the right route so you don't waste too many of your Crashman weapons. That is the only part in the game that sucks. Other than that, it's absolutely amazing. It's flawless. So good.
What about you, Fates? Where's Mega Man in your world?
When I was younger, I played only Mega Man 2. And I remember not being able to beat it at that time.
Yeah.
And then like way later on the GameCube, I got this Mega Man Anniversary.
Oh, the collection. Yeah. I have that
10 games in one. And then I played Mega Man 2 off of this. And then I got through and I beat the game. And I was like, oh shit, how come this game was way easier? And then I realized it was on easy mode. It was like default easy mode. I was like, oh man.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then eventually, like it took 2-3 years ago, I started going through the Mega Man series and I beat it there.
Nice.
Legit.
Yeah, it's so good, man.
Non-easy.
And then
but that was good.
I also remember renting 3, and then my parents bought me 6. And so 6 is to this day my favorite Mega Man game.
The one, hey?
It's so fucking good. And I've got like the Nintendo Power issue too that has like all the like details and like secrets and stuff. And I just remember like reading it over and over again because this was like when you could equip Rush. Like you've got like the jetpack and you've got like the punch thing with the shockwave. It's so
Proto Man
good.
in that
It's
one
like,
too.
what's that?
Proto Man was in that one too.
Oh yeah, Proto Man's in all of them after 3, like 3 and on. Proto Man's in all of them. Okay. Yeah, but he doesn't really play a big role in 6. Maybe he's not even
in with his sweet background music.
That's my ringtone on my phone, like the Proto Man whistle. Yeah, but yeah, 6 was so good because I think it was the first one in the whole series that had branching pathways to reach the exit, and if you take the like special route, you'll get like upgrades and like beat, like the bird will go, like you can unlock the bird and it'll go like kill enemies for you and stuff, and you get extra lives. I also love the Robot Masters in it. That was the one where they had like the contest and they took people from all over the world and took like a winner from each like continent or something. And it makes sense because the whole like premise is each country, it's basically G Gundam. Each country has their own robot master and they enter like this tournament. Yeah. And Mr. X puts on this tournament to see who's got the most powerful robot master in the world. And then the big twist when you figure out who Mr. X is,
dude, blew my mind. Had no idea.
It's just Wily with like a dot on his forehead, isn't it, or something? I can't even remember. It's something like that.
He's got a bag on his head with an M on it, right? But his hair is sticking out of it.
Oh no, it's an X. It's literally just Wily with an X on his forehead.
It is.
Yeah, that's what it was. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Sorry for the big spoilers, guys. By the way.
It's been 30 years. They'll be all right. Do you want me to run through my NES list? Do you want to rotate around? How do we want to do that?
I'll do my next one because then I just have like 2 more after because I got one more series.
I got lots of NES.
I got one more series and then I have one other one here.
Yeah, the reason why I'm so front loaded on platformers on the NES because I really fell off of platformers, right? I made a video about Astrobot where basically I used to play a lot of platformers and then when we went 3D I just into the dirt basically.
They're so bad. Like I just do not like 3D platformers.
But anyway, sorry. NES.
The next one I probably would have played. So shout outs to Toki. It's like a little monkey game. You spit like rocks.
Playing that game.
I played
that game.
Yeah, I played the shit out of that game. But then it was Toki. It was always Toki and Power Blade. I played a lot of Power Blade.
Power Blade's on my list too. Power Blade is very Mega Man, but better almost, right? And you and I, we've bonded over Power Blade quite a bit, right? Because that was one of those games. My dad bought our copy of Power Blade from the Canadian Tire in North Battleford out of a bargain bin. Right? It was $5 or something like that.
Canadian Tire game of the year.
I missed those
Canadian
days.
Tire
Bargain bin days.
It was. Yeah, like it was just in a box, like you know those big metal bins. It was just they had a big metal bin
like
full of
the metal
Nintendo
bars.
games.
It's like a cage, basically.
Yeah, and then my dad just was like, "Hey, do you guys want this?"
That's where I got my Game Boy player and my Wavebird for my GameCube. I I got it for like $10.
Yeah,
it was like I miss those days.
Man, Canadian Tire bargain bin.
You'd just be sifting through them. You'd be like digging through this giant fucking
for real.
Crate. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, for real. You
digging
just
for gold.
Dig on deep down there. No, so yeah, my dad just was like, "Hey, do you guys want this one?" And we were like, "Yeah." Like, is it a game? Yes, we want one because we want as many games we have. I think we had like 3 games or whatever. But that game was great.
It's so good.
Such a good game.
You need to play. You know what? Because you've just beat Mass Effect. If you want a buffer between like RPGs, you should check out Prison City.
Oh, you were saying, the one that's like in homage.
It's the modern day Power Blade, and it's still like it's like a 16-bit. It's like if they made Power Blade on like the Genesis or something, basically.
No kidding.
It's even down like you have to get the contact, you have to meet your contact, and then find the boss room, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, we might have to talk about that one.
But yeah, Power Blade, absolutely phenomenal game. It's your typical like a robot is taking over the city, blah blah blah. This AI is controlling everything, which is probably what's going to happen in real life soon. and and this guy named Nova with this like metal boomerang has to save the day. And there's like the Power Blade, which is like that metallic suit that shoots shit. And it's always cool when you get it, but you always lose it immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's so cool. Did you know the glitch, like the trick for the boss fights?
Does it have something to do with like ducking?
No. So if I can't remember if it's right before you hit up or right after you hit up, you throw a grenade, you hit the grenade button as you go through the door, and the grenade goes off when the boss spawns in and kills him immediately. And it works for every boss in the game. Jesus. I used to do that all the time.
What? Insta kill.
Yeah, dude. And then the only other platformer series other than I guess Castlevania as well, but even back then I can't even say like growing up with, because I only played it at my babysitter's and I couldn't like beat the first level.
That's why I didn't have it on my list either. I never started playing Castlevania until I started streaming.
Yeah.
Right.
I played it before.
Knew of it, but I never really played it.
Yeah, I played it before I started streaming, but I would have been like 21 probably when I got back into retro gaming. But the other series was Ninja Gaiden. I got Ninja Gaiden 2 when I was super young. I still have the manuals for these ones too, and I played the shit out of Ninja Gaiden 2. It's till to this day it's one of my favorite games of all time. Ninja Gaiden 3 not nearly as good as the first two. Still a good game. I thought it was cooler because it was newer, and that's just how it was back then. Like the newest one's always the best no matter what. But then like when I got back into retro gaming and I like replayed them, I was like, no, 2 is way better than 3.
No, I was right before.
Well, that's pretty much it for me on the NES for platformers. So whoever wants to take over.
Yeah, what about you, Fates? What are your NES platformers?
This is where I was kind of like asking, what's our definition of platformers? Because I don't know. Should I include the Adventure of Link, Zelda 2? There's a lot of jumping.
Oh, I guess Zelda 2
That's a platformer. Zelda 2 is a platformer.
Side scrolling. I actually really like this game.
I don't know if I would include it on my list of games that I liked, but no.
I really liked it when I played through it again as I streamed it out.
No, I watched you playing it and I was like, this isn't as bad as I remember, but I like the last time I had played that game, I was so unbelievably frustrated. I was like, what were they thinking coming off of the first one with this?
Yeah.
So different.
When I went through it, I like already had my memories as a kid of already knowing what to do, so a lot of the cryptic stuff wasn't cryptic for me. I already kind of like knew what to do for some reason.
That would help.
I guess
like the part when you're on the overworld, you could just walk into the water and then go get that stuff. Like for some reason, I knew that already.
Man, there was so much of that in that game. It's disgusting how much there was. Because that game is the perfect explanation for when someone asks you why 1-900 Nintendo existed.
No doubt.
Right? Like they built that game to pump their freaking hotline so that you would call them and find out how to win that game.
That was the worst one for that. That and like Simon's Quest. Simon's Quest is nowhere close, I think, to Zelda 2.
Yeah. Simon's Quest is a fantastic game if you have the proper translations.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
But terrible if you're just playing as is.
Zelda 2, my uncle had it. I have his copy now. Like he ended up giving it to me. When I was a kid, I would literally, because I was used to like Dragon Warrior, and anytime I could, as soon as there's I see an EXP bar or like a numbers with an EXP thing, I remember just all I would do is grind. Like I would just I would get like a little bit further here and there, but I was like so over leveled, and then I didn't know where to go, so I would just grind. And that's all I would do. It's a good game. Like it's a well-made game other than the cryptic bullshit. Like gameplay wise, it's good, but
once you get going, but knowing what to do is impossible.
Yeah, you don't know what to do is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other one that's kind of like in that realm, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There it is. That's a great one. Yeah, I didn't put that one on my list, but friends of mine had it and nobody liked it.
Yeah, I always borrowed it from my parents' friend. I would always like borrow it from him, and I tried as hard as I could to like it because it was Ninja Turtles, and I just could not. I could get to the van. I could get the like where you're in the turtle van, and then I have no idea what the fuck to do after that.
Is that the water?
No, it's just after the water.
I could never beat the water stage.
When I was a kid, I could get to the van as well. I remember getting to the van, and then it just being really hard after that. But a number of years back, I did play it again, and then I kind of figured out what some of the game mechanics were as you play. Most of the turtles suck, except for Donnie. Donnie's the only one, man. Donnie always has
it if you had to.
Exactly. He always has the like 2 times attack multiplier over everybody else. But the way the game plays, some of the other turtles will have that same 2 times multiplier, but only when their health is down a certain point. I think it's been a long time.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to remember. I think Michelangelo, once he gets about half health, that's when he gets his power boost. And then I think Raphael was the worst of them all. I think you have to get him down to quarter, and I think Leo's like 75%. Like that, and then plus his reach sucks too, right? It's like basically you just have him there for
easily the worst one. Easily the worst.
Yeah, in that game, because he would just like twirl his. he'd be like this. This is his attack range.
Yeah, it was bad.
He would like spin his guy.
No, it was all about Donnie, because then what you would do is you get up onto a level above and then down
that first boss fight,
or even below. Right, you're like clearing out the area above, and same thing. You're like. You're like the neighbor, and you're in the apartment building, and your guys. That happened to me once, when Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like Call of Duty 4, I was up like super late, and I got to the point where I would just use the rocket launcher for everything. Okay, and I had like 60 kills and only like 4 deaths, and I was like, fuck yeah. I was like so excited, and then I heard somebody like banging on my floor.
Shut up.
Because I'd never, dude, I suck at first person shooters. I'd never had like more than like 10 kills.
Like I shouldn't have been banging on the floor. You earned that, I figure. So
yeah. That was like my trophy, was them banging on the floor. What other NES platformers have you guys played before we swing on into the 16-bit era?
I'll let Fates run his NES list because I've got quite a few.
Okay.
I just want to include, I got 3 more here. 2 of them are ones I want to kind of, what I think might be obscure, but these were ones that I played as a kid. Legacy of the Wizard. There's not so much like platforming in terms of like dying it from pits, but the whole game is kind of like going around collecting items and jumping around and a whole lot of jumping. And then Athena, this game, I remember as a kid, I could make it to the 3rd boss, and then for some reason I could never kill that 3rd boss. But this was kind of like
I think I played that one. That's by SNK, right?
Yes. You play as
I don't think I've ever played that one before.
You play as like this princess, and you can collect different type of the different weapon types. If you keep collecting the same weapon type, it gets upgraded. You jump around, kill things. It wasn't bad, but I just remember not getting very, very far. And then my last one is I thought it would be a co-op platformer, Bubble Bobble.
Yeah, dude.
So
played the shit out of
Bubble Bobble is also on my list, and that was one of those few games that we owned. And man, oh man, did we play a ton of Bubble Bobble.
Same.
Like tons of it. I still have the theme song.
Yes. Just that same song through almost all 100 levels.
The whole game.
Just never get tired of it for some reason.
So good.
99 levels worth of it.
Yeah, dude. Like me and Finney, I remember me and Finney would stay up like all night trying to beat that.
Yeah. Game. You guys played that a ton.
And then we played it on stream one time, and that was actually, we were like 32 years old, and we finally beat Bobble Bobble after like 25 years of playing Bobble Bobble.
Absolutely great. 100%.
It's so good.
Yeah.
When you were talking about that stuff, I did remember 2 games that kind of coincide with one another. The first, and they don't coincide in that they're like related in any way, but they are related to each other because of what happened to me involving them. So Adventure Island 2 is another one I played the shit out of. And
I forgot
So
about that game.
my mom's friend had these other, like, all these games or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, I'll trade you Dash Galaxy and the Alien Asylum for Adventure Island 2." And that sounds badass, right?
Yeah.
Dash Galaxy and the Alien. Holy fuck, is that the biggest piece of shit game you'll ever play in your life? And I traded him, and it was like for keepsies. It was like forever trade.
Yeah, you're never getting your Adventure Island 2 back.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Terrible.
Worst trade of my life.
Terrible trade. I Adventure Island 1, 2, and 3 I had on my list. They weren't all great games, but they were
the first
all
one's
super fun.
but 2 and 3 were really good.
The thing that I loved the most about the Adventure Island games was riding the little dinosaur.
Yeah, dude.
So much fun. And the ability to throw the tomahawks or hammers or whatever it was that you wanted to call them. Super fun. And we played all 3 of those games. Fantastic. I didn't own any of them, but we rented them. All 3 of them were at the one rental place. There was 2 rental places, and it was at the second rental place.
Jana Electric.
Jana, yeah. So we would always rent them from there. It would be super fun. I've got 4 that you guys didn't list.
Okay, sweet.
And that may be questionable. The first one that is questionable, but it's, in my opinion, it's a platformer. Contra.
Oh yeah,
dude. Contra was the coolest game ever as a kid. And it was so freaking hard. Yeah. Man, I don't think, as a kid, I honestly don't think we ever passed the second stage. I could consistently get through stage 1 and defeat the big, like, base, like the wall.
Yeah, the wall.
No problem. But getting through the second stage where you have to dodge the bombs and the lasers.
Oh, yeah.
The few times I actually did, the boss would kill me in that stage every single time. Every time. Right,
and
that was the one with, like, the floating, which was like the alien, the floating alien.
Yeah, that's the waterfall one.
Yeah.
It's technically the third level.
Okay,
got, like, the in between person one.
Yeah. So that I could never complete that ever.
That's
ever,
hard. The waterfall level's really hard.
So hard. Right, and we didn't know the Konami code either, so we were just going off of what we had. So Contra was so much fun. We didn't, again, that was one of those games we didn't own, but I would play it at Travis's place, my buddy Travis.
I didn't play Contra until remember when you came over when I was living in that other house and we played Contra. I was grassed. Yeah, that was when that was like probably the first time I like actually sat down and played the Contra game. Fates and I played through all of them. Was it last year?
Mm-hmm.
Or the beginning of this year?
That's basically when I started playing Contra. I never played it as a kid.
No kidding. You guys never did Contra as kids, eh?
I did I did one of them that I'll mention later on, but I didn't do the NES one, and the one on the Genesis was the only one I played.
No kidding.
I had it.
Yeah, no, Contra was like hands down. So and there was Contra 2 or Super Contra, Super C.
Yeah.
And we used to rent Super C from the Ready Mart. That was the one I think I told this story on a podcast before, but we had a babysitter and we rented Super C, and the only memory I have of Super C is our babysitter brought their boyfriend over, and their boyfriend soaked us with a water hose.
Oh, I do remember you telling me.
We were scared of Gary. We didn't like Gary. And so we were always terrified that Gary was going to go. It had nothing to do with Super C. It just happened to be the game that when my parents would go out of town, they'd let us rent a game. And that was the game we rented. But then Gary comes over and he's like soaking us with a freaking water hose out in the backyard. And we gotta find Gary. And yeah, we were terrified. Yeah, Gary. We were terrified of Gary. And then anytime my parents would leave, we'd be like, don't let Gary come over. That's my memory of Super C. It has nothing to do with the game. The only other Super C memory I have is getting killed by a blade of grass. That's about it.
Super C, yeah. And we like beat Contra, and that was my first time ever beating it. And then we were trying to we never did beat Super C.
No.
The first time I beat it was when me and Faith streamed it just like a little while back. Super C is
so hard. It's unbelievable. Even with the Konami code, it's still impossible.
Yeah, it's fucking tough, man.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Contra, I loved the game. It's hard game, but it was one of those games that you were the cool kid if you had Contra,
No
right?
doubt.
Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Or actually, sorry, that's an SNES title. Sorry, we'll come back to that one.
Skipping
Okay,
ahead.
we'll come back to that one.
I was thinking
Mickey
what
Mouse
was that one
games
with
on
Minnie
the
Mouse?
NES though. There was
There is a Mickey one on the NES, but I don't know what it's called.
I never played it as a kid, but anyway, we'll come back to that one. Super Nintendo.
Minnie
Mick
Mouse,
Kids.
didn't
It did have Minnie Mouse.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. How about Mick Kids?
My wife has that game.
Dude,
It's
it was so
awful.
much fun. For a
It's
giant
shitty.
McDonald's advertisement, it was a great game.
It's not a great game.
It was
You
fun,
play
dude.
Play it today. It's not.
Well, no, it was fun as a kid.
Yeah, my
I don't know
wife,
now.
same thing.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I love this game." And then I made her watch the Angry Video Game Nerd episode.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, none of these games, these games, this type, Mick Kids, that realm, they were fun as kids because we'd get the game and you had to play it. So you made it's the same as the pad.
Yeah,
you make
exactly.
your own fun out of it, right?
But regardless,
it was just fun, right? And like you had stupid Grimace and Birdie and all of the Hamburglar and everybody was in there, right?
Yeah.
It's a advertisement for McDonald's, but still, I enjoyed it as a kid.
You just made me remember another one. I used to rent the Flintstones Rescue of Dino and Hoppy all the time. That game's
great.
fucking hard, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how I
remember
got
that
as
too.
far as I did as a kid because I've played that game as an adult, and just getting out of the first fucking level is like an achievement. It was like way harder than I remember.
It was one of those games where, again, that one I played later
I would rent it
in my life.
I remember you had there was like a basketball mini game. That was like my favorite part. Is if I could get to the basketball mini game, I was good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And then the last one on my list was DuckTales.
Oh yeah.
I also have on this one here Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. I don't know if you did those games or not.
Too.
I remember that. One, yeah.
Again, all of these games, they were rentals for us, right?
Yeah,
DuckTales though, like I don't know if you remember or not, but DuckTales soundtrack is unbelievably
Oh, it's
good.
banging, dude.
It's
banging.
Unbelievably good. It has no business being in that game. It's
No
that
doubt.
good.
I
The
actually
game's good.
don't like that game very much.
It's very,
Personally.
very difficult, and they did a remaster, and if you play the remaster, I think it really did it justice because it's a little bit more playable. The NES was less playable, right?
Yeah.
But it's one of those games where we had it as kids, and it was just
DuckTales was such a good show too. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like just like the Ninja Turtles game, like the original Ninja Turtles game, like if it was any decent at all, like any fun at all for me to play, it would have been. I would have considered it an awesome game
Absolutely.
as a kid because it's Ninja Turtles, right? So
DuckTales. Woo. Yeah. So that's it for NES. I do have 2 Master System games on my list.
Oh yeah, give it to us.
Master System game number 1, Ghost House.
Oh man,
it's a platformer. Not great, but I spent an unbelievable amount of time playing freaking Ghost House, man. Like an unbelievable amount of time.
And that was one of the card ones. Like
it was on the card. It was one of the few card games on the Master System.
Yeah.
It was such a good game though, man. Like playing that game with my younger brother and my older brother, and we would switch off because what would happen is like we would learn patterns and we would learn how to game. Like it was literally the definition of like beating the game without any help. Nobody I knew had a Master System. So it's not like I could ask anybody, hey, it's not like Mario 3 where it's like, how do you get the warp whistle? Right? It's like, hey, how do you defeat Dracula in level 1 of Ghost House? And everyone would be like, what the hell are you talking about?
You just walk back and forth on this peninsula and you'll encounter war men.
Well, there's 6 places you can fight them, right? And so the final time you fight Dracula in stage 1 determines where your exit door is in the Ghost House. Yeah, and so some of them are easier than others, right? There's one Dracula you fight near lava, and so if you do that, you have to make a jump, which you're probably going to land in the lava, which if you die, you have to go through the Ghost House again in order to get where you need to go. So there's one Dracula that's got like platforming in the middle, And that was the one. It's hard to explain, but honestly, play the game, you'll figure it out. And then you get to stage 2, and it's the exact same as stage 1, just now they've added more monsters that are harder to kill. And that's usually where we ended. The thing about Ghost House, and I think I've said it on this podcast before, because when we were talking about the Master System, but Ghost House used to terrify me and my younger brother, right? So,
it's just such a
dude,
dude, early 8-bit title.
Oh my god, I don't know if you can stitch
I'll
this
put
in.
Gameplay.
If you can stitch this in, I'd appreciate it. The intro to Ghost House, because it's like and it just says Ghost House on the screen, but then Ghost House flashes red, and we would play it in my grandma's basement. And every time we started this game, me and my younger brother would run up the stairs while my older brother hit start on the game for us, because he was older, he didn't care, right? He wasn't like scared of it. But he would push start, so the game started, and then we would come back downstairs and play.
That's amazing.
You got to see the intro. If you can stitch the intro into this,
now I feel like I'll be too scared.
It's terrifying. If you think about when you're, I would have been like
4 or 5,
8 or 9, I think. And my younger brother would have been 5 or 6, somewhere in that range. So 7, 8, 9, somewhere there for me. 5, 6, 7. Nah, it wouldn't have been that far. 4, 5, 6 probably for my younger brother.
That's hilarious, dude.
Terrified of that intro. Honestly, even watching it now still kind of makes me feel not okay. Right? It's scary. It's got that kind of OG scary. There's nothing scary about the game. Nothing.
Not really. You look like a little elf guy climbing ladders.
Yeah, you're Kid Dracula killing adult Dracula. You're just there's nothing scary about it, but terrified of that game. So, and then I threw Rastin on here because I felt that needed to be in there. Jump and Slash Man. We found Jump and Slash Man back before I graduated high school. So in my opinion, it still counts for
that's true.
With. And also fantastic platformer and especially good on the Master System.
Yeah, I remember when we played that and we were doing like voices for all the characters, and it's like, it's not for anyone that like thinks it's like a game that actually has characters. It's not. No. It's like there's like it's just like generic like action. Your guy's basically like Conan the Barbarian.
You're Conan the Barbarian with on the Super Channel.
Yeah, and you're fighting like there's like regular mosquitoes and
Mosquito.
Mosquito. we gave him like voices and like all this story. It was so dumb. I was like, I'm gonna come get you, Jump Slash Man. Yes, dude. We were playing fucking Rastin, and we were like, I'll get you, Jumpin' Slash Man. And
we didn't even know the game was called Rastin when we first played it, right? Like, we didn't even know that. We thought we were like, whatever.
Slash Man.
Jumping
I think every once in a while I throw I am a jump and or slash man. Mosquito. And it was like Mosquito is like it's like if a Goomba, like it's not like some fucking like it's not like a boss or anything. It's just a regular enemy.
For real.
Sometimes. I have returned from the depths.
You haven't seen the last of me, Jumpin' Slash Man.
Yeah, we even did that like the whole time we played it. And it made it so amazing. It's just the most basic bitch fucking.
Yeah, you're just a guy walking through the stage like this.
Yes. And yeah, we pretended like this mosquito enemy. We pretended like it was the same guy coming back every time, right? Yeah. There was lore by the end of the game.
He was the Starscream to the Megatron.
Yeah. It was like this deep fucking rivalry between Jump and Slash Man and Mosquito. Fuck me, dude. I forgot all about that.
So good. So good. So yeah, no, I had to include that one on the list. It would be on the like the cutting edge of growing up, but we would have played that at like 15, 16, age 15, 16, something. We really should play through that again. It's so good, man. Rastin.
Oh, we just, I don't know. We were fucking weirdos, I guess. We had so much fun with it, though. So, swinging into the 16-bit, the game that got me into the 16-bit era would be Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Had to be on the list, right?
Me too.
Yeah. Probably one of the best platformers of all time, I think.
I have it too, but I don't believe I have the case. I just have the cartridge.
Oh, yeah, I have a spare case. I'll give it to you next time. Nice. I actually do.
I think I do too. I also have the not for resale case.
Oh, look at you guys go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just have the cartridge.
But the first time I played this was, again, at like my auntie's place. They had a Genesis. We did not. So I was just always over there playing the Genesis. Sure. And man, this is probably the game I've played through more than any other game. I wonder if I have the manual. I do not have the manual. But this is probably the game I've played through more than any other game. I would just like play it over and over and over again. Then I remember learning if you do like the time trials, the sound effect thing. Okay. You can get the level select. And so I remember being able to I would play all the way up to a certain point, and then I'd always skip Oil Ocean and Metropolis Zone because I don't like them. And dude, I just remember even like my cousin, she would play it and she would get all the way because we'd switch off. So like one time we'd play through it, I would be Sonic, she would be Tails the whole time. And then the next time it would be the other way around. But anytime she would get to like Metal Sonic or Silver Sonic, whatever the fuck you want to call him, Mecha Sonic, she would always give me the controller because like the last two boss fights, you get hit once and you die. Like they're super hard. Right. So I knew like the cheese strats on Metal Sonic and stuff. So I would always do that. But yeah, we played the shit out of this. And then I remember renting Sonic the Hedgehog 3 over and over again as a kid. I would rent it like every weekend possible. I remember I did not beat this until I was an adult because I had to rent it, some fuckwad would always overwrite my save file on it. And so I had to start over every goddamn time. And it's long. Like there's a reason that there's a save file on Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I never played Sonic and Knuckles 3 until I was an adult, and that's with like you attach Sonic and Knuckles to Sonic 3. But my buddy Paul had Sonic and Knuckles, but neither of us owned Sonic 3. I would just rent it all the time. Mm-hmm. And then eventually when I was an adult, I bought it. My parents probably would have saved a shitload of money if they just bought it for me instead of renting it every weekend. But absolutely amazing game. The best, probably one of, if not the best game on the Genesis, I think. Right. So fucking good.
Yeah. I had Sonic 2 on my list as well. I didn't own a Genesis growing up, so I played very little Genesis games. I only have 2 titles on my Genesis list. Sonic 2, I have 2 main recollections of, one of which was playing it at Costco. Anytime that we went to Costco, Sonic 2 was on the demonstration thing for the Genesis because they would always have a Genesis and a Super Nintendo for you to go and test out and play and whatever, right?
Oh, yeah, dude.
And eventually Sonic 2 turned into Vector Man at Costco, which we didn't like because Vector Man was less fun. Playing Sonic 2 at Costco, that was super fun. It always made me want to own a Genesis. The only other time was there was this kid in my school way back in the day. His name was Rylan. And Rylan owned Sonic 2. And Rylan was the definitive rich kid who had everything and didn't care about anything that he owned. Oh. And I remember going over to his house and playing, and he was playing Sonic 2 on his big screen TV. Right? Mm-hmm. Remember those big boxies, big screen TV?
Yeah, dude. You needed a fucking crane to put it in the house.
And I was like, oh, you have Sonic 2? It's like, I always wanted to play Sonic 2 because I really wanted to play it, right? And he was like, yeah, it's so much fun. And that freaking guy just played it the whole time. And he was like, he was content with letting me watch. He had 2 controllers. He wasn't letting me
plug in the second controller and let you play his Tails?
Nope. One controller.
He had that second controller.
I
Yeah, he
know
just
he
stuffed
did,
it in the
dude, for
drawer.
real. 100% he had that second controller. You just wanted to be a D-bag. Yeah, I didn't hang out with him all that much after that, and then they moved away. And hopefully he's well, but hopefully he learned how to share.
Nah, fuck you, Rylan. You sack of shit.
Fates, you've dipped your toes into Sonic 2, haven't you?
So same situation with you. I didn't really have a Genesis growing up. I had one shortly, but I didn't have it very long, and that was actually the game it came with was Sonic 2. So I remember playing that a little bit. But I also kind of remember playing, what the heck was that game called? It's like Rocket Knight Adventures. You're like some kind of like,
yeah.
awesome.
Rocket Knight. There's Rocket Knight and Sparkster.
Sparkster. Maybe I'm thinking of Sparkster, but you have like
they're the
like
same. One's like the sequel of the other.
You have that little rocket pack, and you kind of just shoot. I remember playing that at my cousin's house. I don't remember if we ever beat the game. I don't ever remember beating games.
It's hard as fuck. So,
but yes, probably not. But yeah, I didn't have very much for the Genesis. Same with like the Master System. I haven't played any of those games before.
Oh, you need to go back.
You should deep dive. Master System is a criminally underrated system because so many people had an NES, they weren't going to have a Master System too, right? Like, but we had about 6-ish games on the Master System, and the one game I want, Dukey gave me a copy of it, is Rescue Mission, and that game is so much fun. But you try to find a working phaser in this day and age,
that's the
it's
thing.
next
You
to
need it.
impossible. And you can't play it without it. So such a fun game. The other Genesis game that I put on my list because it was one that I was growing up with was Gunstar Heroes.
Oh man,
and
that game was so good.
What a great game. Actually, it's funny because we used to rent Gunstar Heroes all the time. So there would be points in time. We had a Super Nintendo. Our parents would go up to the city. They would allow us to rent one game when my dad was going back up to the city within a couple days. So we would rent it. The Video Superstore, it was called. And it put our local rental to shame. It was this massive building, and it had every single game you could ever think of. Every now and then, we would go up and spend a few days at my grandma's place in the city. And anytime that we did, my parents would let me rent the Genesis system and 3 games. And we would always get Hyperstone Heist. And we would always get Sonic 2. And then the third one we would get Gunstar Heroes. And we played Gunstar Heroes like just an unbelievable amount.
It's so good.
It was such a great game. Like, just phenomenal. What a phenomenal.
One of the best. Yeah.
Everything about it.
For sure.
I remember playing the Gunstar Heroes as I was an adult when I was playing with my cousin. We used to play games like on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
And we could not beat that game on the hardest difficulty. We could get as far as the gauntlet, like, the boss fight gauntlet, where you see them.
I'm surprised you got that far on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, you can see them. We could get that far, but we could not get that.
Oh yeah, on the screen.
And I
forgot about that.
The hardest difficulty it's just something else.
Game's very
so
difficult.
Good, dude.
On the hardest difficulty, I'm even shocked that you got to the gauntlet.
Finney had to carry my ass on normal.
Finney's unbelievably good at Gunstar Heroes.
So good at Gunstar Heroes.
That's his game, man. That is his game. He is very much a Gunstar Heroes man.
Yeah, I didn't play that until I was an adult. Like, I played it with Finney. Yeah, I probably would have been 21, 22. I played it with Finney, and that would have been my first time playing it.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's so good. Like, if you like Contra and stuff, like, you're guaranteed to like Gunstar
for sure.
Heroes, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever played the sequel on the Game Boy Advance? It's actually pretty good. It's only single player, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Jason had it. Jason was the reason why I even knew about Gunstar Heroes because of Jason. Jason used to buy all the Game Pro magazines. Right. And he would constantly be, keep in mind, the internet didn't exist at this point in time. Yeah. You couldn't just go to www.games.com and find out what's coming out. You had to either know somebody who's played it, be in the loop somehow, or buy all of the magazines. My older brother had a Game Pro subscription pretty much from the beginning. I want to say he kept that Game Pro subscription up almost until they stopped making it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he had a lot of Game Pro magazines. And anyway, he would play all these games because of Game Pro. That's how he knew about these freaking titles that were coming out.
You see some cool games in there too. Like, I always got my cousins like hand me down Nintendo Power magazines. and there was a game called Dr. Chaos that nobody fucking knows about. And it's basically Spy Hunter crossed with like a platformer. And it's so good. So like going from level to level, it's like Spy Hunter style. And then each level, and then it just stops and then it's silent for the rest of the game. But yeah, Dr. Chaos is good, man. What else?
You got to have a lot of you had a Genesis, so you got to have loads of
Genesis so games. I have a few. Booger Man is a memorable one. I have it. I didn't bring it over here. I have the box and everything, but
a pick and flick adventure.
It is a pick and flick adventure. Yeah. So you play as you're like this janitor in like some like lab or whatever, and you get sucked into this like they're trying to create like this weird toilet thing, futuristic thing, and you get like sucked into this other dimension, and you have to face off against the Boogermeister, and you become a superhero, and your powers are like boogers. He'll flick boogers. If you drink milk, like there's milk in the levels. If you get milk, you can hawk loogies. If you eat chili peppers, you can fly with your farts. And yeah, you have to keep on collecting beans and stuff to keep your gas level high so you can burp and fart.
Sure.
And it's good. It's a good game. The monsters are creative as hell. There's like little booger goblins. There's pus monsters that explode and hurt you when you kill them. It's just so good. I really enjoy that game. But the biggest story with that was I remember my grandma got it for me for Christmas, and we were at my cousin's, and my cousin had a Genesis and like a 32X and everything. But anyways, I got it for Christmas while I was at my cousin's place. So he was like, "Oh, pop it in, let's check it out." And we're playing. Me and him are like taking turns playing Booger Man. And my grandma walks in the room and she's like, "This is the game I got you?" And I was like, "What did you expect? It's called Booger Man, a pick and flick adventure. Like, what did you think it was going to be?"
She's like, "Oh, I've never."
Yeah. And like the best, dude, is you can charge up your burps and your farts.
Oh, of course.
And when you like bend over to fart and charge it up, he's just like, he's like biting his lip. It's so good, dude. It's so good. I love it, man. It's hard, but it's good. And then another one I played a ton as a kid is dude, I still have the manual for this. Garfield Caught in the Act. I played a ton of this one. This one is good too. Again, really, really, really hard. You get sucked into the TV. Garfield gets sucked into the TV. And so you go through every different genre of movie. So each stage is like a different genre. So it starts out, it's like a vampire movie. And like, is the dog Yodi or Odie? Odie. So Odie is like Dracula in it, basically. And he comes out of the coffin, and you have to open the blinds over the coffin that he's going to come out of to like kill him and stuff. And then there's like a Casablanca one. It's called Catsablanca, of course. My God. And it's all like black and white, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's a pirate one. I remember loving the pirate level. And then the caveman level I really liked as well. But yeah, played the shit out of this. Oh yeah, there's an Egyptian one. I hated that. Cleopatra's pyramids. I hated that one because it was like all fucking amazing and shit.
I kind of want to play that game.
It was so good. Jeez. And dude, there's like a rare release of this that has extra stages in it.
No kidding.
And yeah, I have the ROM of it, but I have an EverDrive now, so I have it on there. And I played the extra levels, and yeah, it's pretty cool. But the other one I needed to mention on the Genesis is Contra Hardcore. That's the Contra game I grew up playing.
Sure.
So fucking good. Absolutely impossible.
Very difficult.
On the North American release, one hit and you die and you lose all your weapons. Whereas in the Japanese one hit and you lose a life and you lose one weapon. So I now on my EverDrive I have like a translated version of the Japanese one with like the actual like health bar on it, and it's way more fun because you can actually play through it. But it's such a cool game though. Like it's just like you're basically like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you're just fucking machine gunning aliens and robots and shit. And it's so badass. Absolutely love it. Me and Faith played the shit out of this. This was it was a top 3 Contra game I think for both of us after we played them all. Hey.
It was up there, yeah.
One of the best games on the system, but you definitely want to play the Japanese version or a patched version of that because it's just better. It's just you're gonna have a way better time.
You're gonna have a better
Game
time.
Genie. But so, and there's like, dude, there's like fucking like 12 different endings. Like there's a lot of because there's different routes you can take. There's like this guy escaped from prison while you're like already on a mission, and so you have a choice. Like, do you go after the guy that escaped from prison? Do you stick to the mission? And then there's like, you'll be on the mission and your like home base is getting invaded, and it's like, okay, do I follow this guy that got away from me, or should I head back to the base and try and save the base? And then there's like so many like different endings depending on all your different choices and stuff. Cool. It's pretty fucking cool. And the music, dude, I used to go to the sound select screen and I had my CD player right up to the TV speaker and I recorded the whole soundtrack. And when we go camping, I would just play the Contra hardcore soundtrack like all the time. Awesome. It was just so good.
It's too funny. Is Earthworm Jim on your list?
Okay, yeah, I had it on my list.
We have to talk about Earthworm Jim because like it's on my list, but I didn't own it and I don't like the game. So
you don't like it? I like it, but it's fucking hard.
That's why I didn't like it. I think, and I haven't been back since I was a kid. So maybe I should give it another chance and go back and play it again.
I heard it's a little easier on the Super Nintendo because apparently the Genesis one is the one where the part I can't beat is you're in like that glass underwater thing and you've got like the jets and you got to like steer around without, and anytime you touch a wall, it cracks your thing and you can only get it cracked like 4 or 6 times. And apparently like the Genesis one takes less hits to die, whereas the Super Nintendo one can take more hits or something like that. But I don't know if I've ever beaten that level.
I think I'm gonna give it another go at some point here. But I mean, Earthworm Jim is a fantastic platforming game as far as it goes from a platforming perspective. I never liked it. Like it was popular at the time, but even thinking back, I've never been like, you know what, I should give that another try, right?
Yeah,
like,
same.
I always it kind of crosses my mind and I'm like, nah, there's better games for me to play than that one. So,
yeah, there really is.
But a lot of people loved it, man. And it's also it's consistently on the top list of platformers for that era.
Yeah, makes sense. Like it's one of those games, and this happened a lot when we were kids, where like a game is so hard, but you love it, and even though you just play the first 2 levels over and over again, like that happens so much when we were kids. I would be able to get consistently to the hell level when you're in like hell and you fight the cat or whatever, but I've seen the last level. There's no way I'm getting past the last level.
No kidding, hey?
Like you have to helicopter head the whole stage and land on precise hooks because the whole floor and ceiling is all spikes, the whole level. And then you fight like the final boss in that too. Like it's ridiculous. Have you ever seen the ending?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you know at the beginning when you there's that refrigerator hanging on that thing and you whip it and it launches the cow into the sky.
Sure.
So that is never mentioned again. And then you beat the queen and rescue the princess. Like the queen ant is the final boss, and you rescue the princess and you're about to like smooch her, and the cow that you launched at the beginning of the game falls and crushes the princess, and that's how the game ends. So good.
Ridiculous.
But I have the box set. There was a cartoon show. I used to read the comics. Like I loved Earthworm Jim.
It was popular. It was very very popular. I played it because it was such a popular game. People are like, you have to play this game. And the first stage is fine, but it's just like I was over it real quick. Right.
Yeah.
So it didn't really click with me. I should give it another try though. But I have it as like an honorable mention. And since we're talking
Genesis, it is good. It's just really hard. Like ridiculously hard.
It's so hard. Like I remember getting unbelievably frustrated with it. Hard games weren't a problem. They were a problem when they weren't fun. And that's where this one landed for me, right? I was like, this isn't even fun. So is that it for Genesis titles? Are we moving to the Super Nintendo? Because I got stuff to say about the Super Nintendo.
Let's giddy on up to the SNES. I'll let you guys lead this one because
Fates can lead this one because you said that Super Nintendo was your jam back in the day. You were a Super Nintendo over a Genesis guy.
I played the team.
Well, I'll go with the usual. We got the Super Mario World. I don't have it now, but I had Super Mario World 2, the one with Yoshi, the art style.
Super Mario World 1 and 2 are phenomenal games.
They are. Like you could
2,
play that game
I would say is
anytime and still
1.
have one.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Minus the baby crying.
Yeah.
just don't get hit.
I mean, that's annoying. But to be honest with you, the platforming into the boss fights into the way that it plays, honestly, yeah.
It had a lot of personality.
I think you would actually enjoy it quite a bit because you don't like how floaty Mario games are. But Yoshi leans into floaty because you do that kind of like, hey,
the run thing. Yeah, I've seen that. Kind of like Luigi and Mario Brothers too, how he kind of.
Except for you have more control. Way more control.
Yeah. Okay. So you hold the jump button down and you spin your feet and you're able to move and glide a little bit. More like think Princess Peach in Mario 2.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But I remember playing it. I played that at my cousin's a decent amount. Same with like Super Mario All-Stars. And I love, dude. So I'm not a big Mario fan, but I like the original Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the Lost Levels. I really like those two. And Lost Levels, I had a lot of fun with that one. I never beat Super Mario World. It was kind of like, remember when me and you played it, and it was like you basically just carried me to the end.
Yeah,
that's kind of when I'd play with my cousin. It was the same way. Like she would just carry me. Like I'd get to the fucking the first bridge where you go across the bridge, and for whatever reason I couldn't get past that. And then with you, dude, I would have been lost in the forest of illusion for the next 20 years.
We played so much Super Mario World. It's not even funny, right? My older brother bought his first Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. He would have been in grade 4, so that puts him at like age 12. Right.
Okay.
He bought the Super Nintendo with his own money, mowing lawns and stuff like that. Right. My older brother was great at saving money, and I am not, and I was always jealous of that. But he bought it, and we played an unbelievable amount of Super Mario World 1. He figured out how the star map system works. I don't know if we did that in our playthrough
right.
system.
You can get like the red Yoshi and
so the colored Yoshis, but then there's a whole nother area after you beat the star. There's a whole nother area you can climb up the top, and there's these stages called Groovy and Radical.
All the hardest stages,
like all these stages,
all the hardest stages.
They're
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I might have skipped that because we were struggling with the main game, and I figured the challenge stages weren't a good idea.
And then what happens when you beat all the challenge stages? Do you remember?
Yeah. You beat the challenge stages, and all the Goombas turn into Mario heads.
All the monsters.
Marios?
Not into Marios. Just they get mustaches and hats.
They get like masks and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, it even changes up the look on the game. It changes a lot.
It changes the color.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it was
so
it was
cool.
like one of those.
No idea.
So when you're playing Super Mario World, as you progress, you get a number of stars on your save file. Yeah. And the only way to max out your score, 96 with a star beside it, the only way you could do that is to complete those challenge stages. Oh. And so Jason had all 3 of his save files maxed out 96 star.
Holy shit, dude.
Right.
Yeah,
we played a lot.
I remember seeing my cousin had like the Yoshi, like the star like island.
Yeah, Star Road. Star Road was there, and then you get the green, the red, the blue, and the yellow Yoshi. Yeah, right.
I remember that. But I never knew that. Mm-hmm. Like the anything beyond.
Yeah, I can show that to you sometime. But yeah, it's really cool. Super Mario World 1 is like formative years for me. Right, like that is the definitive Super Nintendo game for me. Super Mario World 1 and F-Zero. Those 2 games are like my childhood games.
Yeah.
Right. And then when Super Mario World 2 released, we didn't actually own a copy of it. I do now, but we didn't at the time. I rented it because it was called Super Mario World 2, and I was like, this is going to be fun. And as soon as I saw it was Yoshi, I was like, this is stupid. I don't want to play this. And then I gave it a chance, and it turns out it was actually a lot of fun too. And I ended up beating that. I ended up beating Super Mario World 2 on a rental, which I feel is a badge of honor.
That's crazy.
As a kid, right? You play it enough, and you're able to get good enough at it that you're able to beat the rental.
Beginning to end, yeah. That's
great game.
Did you ever play there was an N64 sequel to Super Mario World 2? I think it's just called Yoshi's Island or something.
Yoshi's Story. It's different. It's different. It's not quite a sequel. If you're looking for like,
I was going to say
there's a DS one.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, I did so little on the 64. I didn't even put. I know Super Mario 64 is like the platformer of all platformers.
Yeah,
but it's not even on my list. I still have never played that game because it is not interested. Sorry, not that I've never played the game. Someone has been like, here, try it, give me the controller. And then I spin around and I try to play the level and I'm like, I don't know why you think this is fun. And I'm done.
Yeah, that's pretty much my experience.
So,
as well.
but yeah, Super Mario World 1 and 2, fantastic games. Phenomenal. Love them.
Yeah.
Love them. Good pick, Fates. Good pick.
Keep them coming.
What else you got?
Yeah. Well, I mentioned it already. All Stars is up there. If you're gonna play any of the old school Marios, this is what I would recommend you play because it has the upgraded graphics. It has
because they updated it. It's 16-bit, right?
Yeah, and you could have save files on it and everything like that, so you don't have to sit there and go through it all.
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
right.
thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you had save files for each game
and the lost levels. Also, I love the start of that game where you turn it on and it's all the people in the room talking.
Oh yeah, and they're talking and shit, and then the lights come on. Yeah.
I also want to mention
funny story about All Stars. Just to cut you off just a little bit. We got our copy of All Stars.
Fucking cut you. No,
we got our copy of All Stars because you were able to mail in a box top or something like that.
Oh, really?
What was what was it? Hang on, I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Like a cereal box thing.
Kind of.
Okay, Fates, go on to the next game, and then maybe you know what I mean? You keep digging.
Yeah, I'm going to keep digging. You keep going.
Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2. I haven't played the third one before.
You haven't played the third one? I
haven't played the third one,
either, honestly.
But I have fond memories of
the first one.
Games. Yeah,
the first one I remember playing at my cousin's place as well. It was nice because it was 2-player, but it's like tag team 2-player, which was kind of nice. And then the second one, I remember we would play the second one, but we were always just assholes to each other. Like we would just throw each other into like enemies and like into like things that would hurt each other. So I didn't have a lot of fun playing the second one.
I played Donkey Kong Country originally at your cousin's house.
Oh, really?
That's how I learned that it even existed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was super fun, and I really enjoyed that. And then I never played Donkey Kong Country 2 because I wasn't interested in that. It had Dixie Kong and Diddy Kong. I always liked the big Donkey Kong guy and the little Donkey Kong guy. But we did play Donkey Kong Country 3 quite a bit. And Donkey Kong Country 3 was probably the best of the three, as long as you like finding secrets and unlocking things.
Oh yeah,
right.
It was a collectathon kind.
Donkey Kong Country 1. So this is the start of Rare moving towards Banjo-Kazooie, right?
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country 1 was more platformer than it was secrets. There was some secrets, but it was more platform than it was secrets. Whereas Donkey Kong Country 3 was more secrets than it was platforms. The platforming existed, obviously, because that's the guts of it, but you're unlocking parts for your vehicles to travel through the area. You're finding the B coins, you're finding the barrels, you're finding...
And it's like a lot of mandatory collectibles.
You had to get so many coins in order to get to the next area, right?
Yeah,
there's DK coins, there was B coins, there was parts for your stuff. Like... It's fine. The game was really fun, and again, as long as you're okay with that type of gameplay, it was within your wheelhouse. But the writing was on the wall as they started moving out of this into what would eventually become Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Right? Banjo-Kazooie is a platformer, but honestly, it's a collectathon game first.
Yeah.
Right? So
the first one's still my favorite because when me and you went and played the second one, I found there's just too many gimmick stages. Like it just wasn't, I don't know. I enjoyed the first one, and then the second one was like 90% gimmick stages.
Yep.
And it's like fun every now and then as a treat, but when like every stage is a gimmick stage, I just want to play Donkey Kong Country.
For real though. Yeah. Okay. So in order to get a copy of Super Mario All-Stars, what you had to do was mail in, and it says right here, you had to mail away the proof of purchase on your Super Set, your Super Nintendo kit, and you sent it in to Nintendo, and they mailed you back a copy. of Mario All-Stars.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
what was proof of purchase?
it was, I want to say it was the UPC.
Like you had to cut it out of the box.
Cut it off the
and send it.
box. I'm pretty sure. I found the commercial, and I'll send it to Duke. I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, send it to me because I'll put it in the.
Because if you can put it into the
podcast.
It's more amazing than Reptile Boy found in swamp. More incredible than Bigfoot marries Hollywood star. It's Super Mario All-Stars is free.
I want to know how.
Just buy the Super NES Super Set, and for $3.50 postage and handling, you can send for a free Mario All-Stars game.
I did it. Now look at me.
4 Marios in 1, delivered straight to your house by alien postman. You'll play every Mario Brothers made. Retouched photos prove it's true. Hurry, pick up your Super Set today, and Super Mario All-Stars is free.
You'll love it.
Extra!
It's a blast from the 90s past, right? Like,
oh yeah, dude.
you know, by the way, in order for me to find this, I had to search for Mario All-Stars free minus brackets ROMs plus 90s, because I was like, stop trying to give me the game ROM. I don't want the ROM. I want to know how you got the original cartridge, because you could buy it, right? They eventually released it as like a greatest hits kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
you could get it with Super Mario World and All-Stars.
Eventually they released it with it bundled together too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the copy that we had, Jason had mailed. I remember him mailing it away. I couldn't remember what he had to mail away, but it was the proof of purchase for the Super Nintendo itself, which is really cool. So, but yeah, awesome, absolutely fantastic.
What else you got?
Okay, Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. I don't know if you guys have ever played this one before. It's really fun. And if you've never played it before, I recommend that you go back and give it a try. The Mickey Mouse games, by the way, they hit their stride because Capcom was making them, right? They really hit their stride where the games were actually really fun. And in this one here, Mickey takes on personas. So he's like a Robin Hood type guy. I remember him being a fireman, right? And you spray water and stuff.
Okay.
Right? Various different things as you play through. And Pete was the bad guy in this one, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But that game was so much fun. And it is a platformer through and through. And we have rented it as a one-off game because we had rented all the other games and it was the only one we hadn't played yet. So we're like, whatever, let's give it a try. And we ended up re-renting it a few times trying to beat it because it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Great one. Another one that we rented, similar in vein. We've talked about this one before. Flintstones game, The Treasure of Sierra Madrock.
Yeah, I played that with your brother.
Yeah, we've talked about this one on the podcast before. This one combined a board game with platforming, which it was really cool. And it wasn't only platforming. There were stages where you would have to go through, but then there was other ones where you had to like play a game or whatever. Like you'd roll a dice and you go through a stage and you're
it was pretty fun. It wasn't like hard either, which is nice. Like it's back then, like 90% of the games were like just real fucking hard.
They were made hard, so you keep renting them.
Yeah, because the game's like actually like an hour long if you're good at it. But
yeah, they're like, no, we need that rental money, brother. So
yeah. Again,
fun game. Enjoyed it. Bubsy, Claw's Encounter of the Third Kind.
The third kind.
We played Bubsy a lot. Bubsy was a really fun platformer game, right? Bubsy 2 we played too, but honestly, I don't have a lot of memories of Bubsy 2. Well, I have a lot of memories of playing OG Bubsy, like a lot of them. And it's another game that we never actually owned the game of, but like you're just this little Bubsy the Bobcat, and you're just floating through the stage, picking up yarn balls.
Yeah, because he can like glide, right?
What's that?
He can glide.
Yeah, he's like,
as
he goes through the stage.
I played Bubsy 3D. That's the one I had.
Bubsy 3D was not good.
Honestly, like one of the worst games ever made, and I used to play it all the time. And I gave your brother my copy because I hated it. Now I kind of wish I had it. I don't know where the fuck it is.
He'd probably give it back to you. Such a horrible game, but yeah, Bubsy, the original Bubsy, fantastic. Also, Cool Spot.
Oh yeah, Cool Spot was great.
The 7-Up.
I used to rent that.
Character, again, rental game. I just remember the first stage is on a beach. There's 7-Up bottles everywhere.
Yeah,
right.
That's the best stage, really.
It's really the best. It's the best stage because it was a hard game, and it was one of the reason why it's memorable is because you play it so many times, right?
I can't believe you didn't mention Yo Noid when we were talking about the NES.
I didn't mention Yo Noid. Yeah, to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of blanked on that one. So, and every time we talk about it, like we talk about it all the time,
every
right?
podcast episode.
We got to give a little spotlight to other games, but yes, Yo Noid would also be formative for me for a platformer, if not one of the more difficult. So that's all the Super Nintendo games I had. Unless you guys got any other ones,
I'm good too.
I'm trying to think if there was any. I was pretty much like literally the only Super Nintendo games I played when I was like actually like a kid. Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars, and Donkey Kong Country, and then like Mario Paint. I would just play I was like, you always hear like all these like geniuses who are like, oh yeah, I designed all these architecture in my drawings, or I made this amazing song using the sound maker, and I'm like, I swat flies.
I play Mario Paint too, dude. Jason was good at composing stuff and making pictures and stuff like that. I was not.
Me swat fly.
Me swat fly. Man, just click, click, click.
Still
click.
had fun.
I could take the sample song and then like edit it and make it worse, but that's about it.
Do.
That was a really good. That was a good impression of that cat.
It's like the ones. Oh man.
The next game on my list, I jump all the way to Xbox, so I don't know if you guys have anything in between.
No. Bubsy 3D.
Bubsy 3D.
Mine get a little bit sporadic here too. It's just like N64, just like your standard games like Mario 64, Banjo Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, like stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Hey.
How the fuck did I forget about that? We talk about that every podcast too.
Fates, you got to redeem the podcast here because Dukey and I both hate Mario 64 and Banjo Kazooie and all the 64 games.
Yeah.
Okay.
As somebody who grew up with a
like
64 and actually enjoys these games, you got to spread some positivity for the people who haven't.
I'll spread the positivity, but I'm not like the biggest platformer guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to convince you of other ones, but for Mario 64, if you are going to play the game, I would recommend playing the DS version because it's like Mario 64, but you have the extra characters. You have extra characters. You had
that's right.
You have Yoshi.
You
had Luigi.
Yoshi,
you have Wario, and they all have their own powers.
You have Wario too?
Yeah, you could be Wario.
Yeah, Wario. Yeah, Wario was in there, and they all have like their own little powers. The game changes it up like not too much that where if you played the original you'd be so foreign, but like enough for it was a really nice playthrough when I played it again. But
cool.
Yeah, if you don't like it, I'm not going to be able to convince you.
Put all this pressure on Fates. No, because the problem is Fates is that when we talk about, even when we did our growing up with the 64, it was even like the 64 is a horrible system.
Yeah, I mean overall it's not good. There are some good games on it.
It's just like because all of my experiences with the Nintendo 64 for platforming kind of come down into two shoots, right? It comes down into talking with people like Dukey, where he shares the same opinion I do, is that these games are not good and people are just lying to themselves and saying that they're good. And then the other shoot, which is the Nintendo fans, which are like, this game is my childhood. You're basically murdering my baby when you say this game's not good.
Yeah. And they like the worst games too.
It's not, I don't know. Whenever I talk to people about Mario 64, it's really difficult because like they can't think of it from a point of like of neutrality, right? Like they think they have their memories of it. Yeah, and we talked about this before, Dukey, about Super Mario Sunshine. Is that all the people are like, Super Mario Sunshine's the best game I've ever played, and then we're like, okay, go play it, and then you watch them play it, and they rage because it's such a horrible game. Like you can have fond memories of a terrible game. Just admit that it's not a great game, right? There's nothing wrong
me and
with
Bubsy 3D.
So anyway. Yeah, 3D platforming is not my thing, and I'll be the first person to admit that, right? Like, I have a little bit more patience for 3D platforming than Dukey does, but it isn't a whole lot more than that.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty much on the same bar.
One game that I forgot to mention on the NES though was because you got me thinking on the N64, Kirby the Crystal Shards, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But I didn't play that till like 2-3 years ago.
Mhm.
But Kirby's Adventure on the NES is so fucking good,
So,
dude.
so I
all the Kirby
wanted to
games
say
are good.
Kirby's Adventure too, but I didn't play Kirby's Adventure until I started streaming.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's so good, man. And then I think it was one of the Spectre Fests. I think I started
you did the whole
the
kit.
stream with the remake. I hadn't played the remake before until then, and it was really good
Yeah.
too on the GBA.
Yeah, you played through a lot of Kirby in that one. You did the whole gamut.
My Saturday morning streams used to be Kirby streams. Like I played like the whole series.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Kirby's great.
Super fun.
The thing about Kirby though is that, like, even like the 3D versions of Kirby, I can kind of manage because you can just float forever. Like you're not gonna like fall into a pit.
But they're
you know
not.
what I mean?
They're not 3D from Kirby's perspective, though, right? Like they're always kind of like side scrolly. They're not.
Yeah, but there's some of the newer ones, like Kirby in the Forgotten Land, is like fully 3D. But I had to play with my wife because there were some parts that I couldn't. I have like no 3D depth perception in games,
Yeah.
so I had to like just follow her sometimes. But it was good.
Like
It was really good.
My 3D platformer problems are like the 64 have the perfect examples in Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, right? Those style of 3D platformers where it's a 3D world and you move around. And on the 64, it was even worse because there was no second stick to move the camera. You had to C button it.
Yeah,
right?
it felt like you were constantly arm wrestling the camera.
It was
man.
such a disaster for me, right? And so
Mhm.
that's why I had such a problem with it, and why still even now when people are like, oh, you got to give Mario 64 a try. I picked up the Mario 3D All Stars. I still haven't taken the packaging off of it. I don't know if I'll ever take
I
a
bet you
wrap
could
of it.
sell that for good money because I think it was a limited.
It was a limited edition and it's still sealed, but there's a small tear in the plastic, which is unfortunate. But
You probably could still sell it for some Nintendo drone out there is waiting to give you $3,000.
dude, if someone offered me $3,000 for it, I would like bubble wrap it right now. You can have it right now.
No, down in the comments.
Throw in the comment if you want to buy my copy of 3D All Stars. It's still sealed with a small rip in the cellophane.
Just name your bid down in the comments.
Yeah,
Let me
throw
get
it
the
down in the
highest bid.
comments. Let me know. Sorry, Fates. Did you have anything else that was before Xbox?
N64 era.
No, I've got PS3 and a Wii game left. And then
Okay.
another PS2. That's
Okay.
that's a joke one.
Hit me with the joke PS2 one.
The joke.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I haven't played much of the platformers. Like I really haven't played like Jack and Daxter and all those other things.
Mhm.
Of course, it's on the
Yeah.
gaming list. So I was probably busy playing this awesome platformer, Dirge of Cerberus.
That's not even a platform.
I'm pretty sure it's a platformer because I did a lot of jumping and a lot of dying when I was playing this game. So
There's like 2 segments where you have to do platforming because you have to play as Kate shit. And it's like controls so bad. But it's mostly a third-person shooter, I would say. But
That's hilarious. I still never played that game because I don't want to sully my already sullied opinion of Final Fantasy VII. Like I think that's just enough to be like, all right, fine.
the thing about it
No,
like,
you're-
is if
don't
you just
play it.
played like the
EG,
first
don't
2 or 3 levels,
don't play it.
if you just play the first 2 or 3 levels, like the controls are good enough
Sure.
for that. But it's the gameplay and the controls were just not good enough to hold like a full game.
Squaresoft
together.
had no business making first-person shooters. Let's be real.
Yeah.
To be
it's a
honest, I
third-person
actually
shooter.
I
There is
had
some
fun playing this
platforming,
game.
but-
I
Even
actually
worse.
had fun playing this game.
Really?
But I wouldn't recommend,
I get
especially
for,
like
the first
like
2
if you're
levels, but-
if you're a Final Fantasy VII like lore fan, don't play this one because
Yep.
it is like way
well, that's
out
the
there.
problem. Is that
if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, don't play it.
everyone?
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever
like
talked to-
way out there.
I always had it. I always had an out because I never owned the PlayStation handhelds, and so I was like, I can't play Crisis Core and I can't play Dirge of Cerberus because I don't have
Dirge
the
of
handheld.
Cerberus was PS2,
Oh,
though.
wow.
Yeah.
What's the other one that I was thinking of?
I just know Crisis Core.
Oh, I thought there was another one.
on the PSP.
Okay, never mind.
There was like a Japan
Well-
only one that was called Before Crisis. Maybe that's what you're.
I thought
Yeah, that was on mobile phones.
Never mind. I thought up till now it was a handheld, so that's why I hadn't picked it up.
Probably for the best.
For the best. It's all for the best. I put 2 on my Xbox list, and I don't know if either one technically counts as a platformer, but I'm going to throw them out there anyways.
Okay.
Number 1 we talked about before, but was Jet Set Radio Future. It is kind of a platformer.
Kind of. I would give that one
to you.
to
It's a 3D platformer, sort of, right? It kind of fits there.
I played that one at Finney's. We played that quite a bit.
Fun game. Really enjoyed that game. That was really well done. And that was right after the Dreamcast died. They released, because Jet Set Radio, or Jet Grind Radio, was on the Dreamcast, and it was really good, and then the Dreamcast died, and this was the sequel to it.
Jet Set Radio Future,
This was the sequel to it. They released on the Xbox, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Katamari Damacy was the other one I put on my list.
I don't know if that one's a platform.
I mean, if you think about it,
weird game. I don't know what else you would call it, though.
What else do you call it? And that's kind of why I put it on the list. If you've never been, it is a fever dream of a game. But I mean, it is a really fun, stupid game at the same time. Right? I don't know if you ever rolled up the dog before in the ball, but it's kind of fun when you do that. You roll up people and the dog and stuff in the ball. So it's really fun. So
Fates, I think you would love the Katamari Damacy.
You never played Katamari games before?
I've actually never played them. No, surprisingly, even though
you should really definitely check it out. It's the right amount of ridiculous, and there's a version of it released on, because it became insanely popular, and so there's a version of it released on basically everything after the original Xbox. So you should get your hands on a copy of it.
Want to know the only time I played Katamari Damacy?
What's that?
I was with somebody and they were like picking up drugs from their drug dealer, and we were playing the drug dealer's girlfriend was playing Katamari Damacy, and so we all just like sat there and played Katamari while he picked up his drugs.
What a lovely experience.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, if you're gonna be high as fuck, I mean, what better game to play
that's a fantastic game. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is. It's out there.
That's the only time I've ever played it, but it was cool.
Yeah. And then the only other game I have on my list, which is a collection of games, but the wide variety of Lego games on the Xbox 360. Lego Star Wars, Batman. Lego Batman, all the Lego games. I'm clumping them in one big giant pile.
They're all kind of the same idea.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars was where I cut my teeth on the Lego games. I loved the Lego Star Wars games. Those were a lot of fun because you can go into Mos Eisley, you can go into the cantina, right? And they can be like, and you can just cut them down with your lightsaber, and they turn into
they explode into
Lego bits. So.
My only gripe with all the Lego games is how fucking slow you walk.
Way too slow. Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, they're made for children. I get it. It is what it is. But I literally wrote the wide variety of Lego games because I went a little crazy for a little while there. I was just buying them all.
Oh, really?
Well, they were fun. They were just fun, stupid games to play. And to have something.
And the cutscenes were always fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I liked how they always kind of leaned into it. So. I think they got a little bit more out of the spotlight as time went on, but specifically on the 360, I played quite a few of them. And if I had to pick, it would be the Star Wars ones. They were fun.
The last things on my list would be PS3 era, and it would just be, I don't know, does Uncharted count? I don't think so. I think that'd be third-person shooter.
Yeah, I think you're getting, at that point, you're getting almost into like adventure / third-person
shootery. But I would say the Ratchet and Clank games
for sure.
I didn't play a lot of the PS2 ones. I have them all, and I've played them a little bit. But Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction was so fucking good. And then when A Crack in Time came out, it's like one of my favorite PS3 games of all time.
Okay.
Like, it's so fucking good. And yeah, I played those two, and that's about it. After those, I think the last new platformer I played was probably there's like Celeste and then Astrobot, and that's about it.
Okay. I do want to bring up a good platformer for the PS3. Little Big Planet. Did you play that one?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I played
yeah.
a bit of that.
Those games always turned me away because they had more of a focus on creating the level
Creation.
than platforming, right? And it's the same thing with the Super Mario Maker or whatever it is, right? The focal point is the creating of the level more so than it being a game kind of thing, and I always kind of got turned away from that because I'm not good at creating that kind of stuff, right?
No, same.
It did have a story mode if you ever do go play it again, and you can play co-op. So that was like the big fun of it. I think when it comes to the co-op though, make sure you play with some trustworthy friends, because you can punch each other in the game, and you can hold each other back. And so it could get a little chaotic in that regards.
I remember like the skateboard part where like your friend is on the skateboard and you push the skateboard and it goes down the hill and stuff like that. That's kind of all I really remember about it, but it was pretty fun though. I think I still have it, but
yeah, that was my peak Xbox 360 era. I played so few PS3 games at that point. The only time I ever played PS3 games at that point were the times when Dukey and Finney were like, you got to play this game with us. And it was mostly White Knight Chronicles.
Dude, we played the shit out of White Knight Chronicles.
Yeah. I love that game.
Because it was like a JRPG that had like online co-op.
It was basically an online Gundam JRPG.
Kinda, yeah. Because you could transform into your giant knight form and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so good. I think that's it. Like, are there any other platformers that we grew up with?
I do have one on the Wii.
Yeah, go ahead.
My last one. It's called Super Paper Mario. They mostly classify it as like an RPG, but I remember getting this one because I loved 1,000 Years Door on the GameCube, and I'm like, oh, I want to get Paper Mario for the Wii, and it wasn't anything like that. It's basically the gimmick is Mario moves around like a platformer almost, except for you can level him up and stuff like that. And the main gimmick is he could move into 3D. He goes from 2D to 3D, and you kind of go around like different areas. And
he's like made out of paper.
And yeah, he's made out of paper, and you kind of just platform. The RPG elements of Paper Mario are minimal in this one, but I thought I'd bring it up because it was different.
Yeah.
But
I guess on the Wii as well, I also played Super Mario Galaxy 2, but I don't know if I'd consider that growing up with it, to be honest with you, because like I played it on launch, but I don't know.
You probably were graduated by then, eh?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I was living up here working by the time that came out. I like, again, it's a fun game, but I wouldn't be like, that's my formative Wii experience. I had more fun with No More Heroes on the Wii than any of the other Wii titles I played. So,
right.
Cutting grass.
I think that's covers growing up.
That really covers a lot of it.
Genre,
Let us know what you think about this format, if it still works. We did the growing up with the systems. We thought we'd be growing up with the genres.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Add in. Tell us about your platformers too. Also,
which ones you grew up.
Don't get too mad at us for not liking Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, because people get really mad about that. People are super opinionated about the Nintendo 64, and we didn't mention any of the GameCube platformers.
Yeah, I didn't really play the
GameCube
until
GameCube
I was an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. I didn't really have one.
Yeah, let us know what your favorite platformers and ones that you just have really good like childhood memories playing, whether they were good or absolute garbage, and you just made your own fun out of them. Mm-hmm. Also, which genre should we do next?
Yeah,
so I'm thinking like either third person shooter. I think if we do like third person and first person, and also include like rail shooter light gun games in there. Or we could do like sports games, or we could do like party games. What do you guys think we should do next?
Man, I'm trying to think of like genres that like span all the generations of consoles, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think sports games would be fun to play, but my list will be shorter on that one. That's for sure.
Yeah, but like I think like sports games and party games. There's some good ones across like the whole genre,
for
but
sure.
they're pretty spotty, like after the 16-bit era, I feel like.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments. Give us your suggestions. Let us know what you think on the various platforms. We're not only on YouTube. If you are a listener, check us out on Spotify because you can find these on there as well.
Freaking-lutely. Well, thanks so much for watching and or listening, guys. And we'll catch you next time.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.